Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It has been a pretty busy week for me. Wondering how everybody's doing, especially after like the last reading and different things. One of the things that I wanted to point out is that I've been getting the message a lot lately from multitude of different sources, Aaron Doughty, Magnetize Yourself, things like that. Of the universe does not respond to lack mentality or lack energy. Like I had mentioned before, as far as, like the black cat energy and things like that is one of the best mentalities to go forward with, the idea that I am complete, I am whole, I am radiant, I try to remember that energy, especially when I'm meeting opposition. I get a lot of very grouchy customers sometimes where I work, and it's one of those that I try not to meet their energy, I try to just remember that I'm doing good, within myself. And, I had mentioned before that, I have finally reached that point in my life where I'm feeling at peace with who I am, and I'm grateful for everything that I've got. And it's it's been really great. I'm surrounded by a lot of great people, and I am extremely grateful for them. And most of the people that I encounter every day are really great people as well. And a lot of them have magnificent attitudes, and I love that and they usually say the same thing, that it took a lot for them to get there, Rome definitely wasn't built in a day, but it's just, I really want to put out a shout out to all of the wonderful people that I've met, all of the wonderful people that are here with me, helping me build this channel, and contributing their their thoughts and their spirits. So with that, I am going to do another collective reading. And funny, that was set at 3:33 on the counter, so apparently this is exactly what I'm supposed to do. So here we have, now this is the Envy card reversed. I usually take that to mean that, this period of lack mentality is actually starting to move away. There are a lot of people that are understanding what they've got in their lives and the wonderfulness that surrounds them. This is a great period in life. Although the world seems to be like going up in flames around us, there are so many people that are able to appreciate the things that are the good things in life, you know, and they're starting to see past the negative, and that, you know, there is a reason for this. There is a reason that things seem kind of wonky, and it's just one of those that you kind of just got to take a deep breath and trust the process, and do, you know, remember that you're doing the best you can with what you've got, you know, and that is, you know, just the best way to be, is just understanding and, you know, being good to yourself and understanding that you are doing the best you can. You really are. And you are making a difference. You know, all of these strides that you are making, all of this healing, all of this growth, it really is making a difference in the world. So please keep doing it. You know, you're doing a great job, and you know, you know, just please recognize that. You know, there are a lot of people out there that I've been talking to lately that, you know, I've kind of lost sight of that, you know, you're doing a great job, you know, and just being out, just smiling, just breathing every day, you know, is just doing the best that you can. And that is making a difference, not just in your life, but in the lives of the people around you. You know, please understand that you are inspiring everybody that you come across. And, you know, remember that and keep that in your heart. Something that lies across your path, the thinking man. This is, it's a male energy, you know, when we talk in, you know, feminine and masculine energies, it's not specific to a gender. So, but it's more of the masculine energy is more of, oh goodness, viewed as, well, the traditional masculine energy is more viewed as the strength, perseverance, stamina, things of that sort. Whereas the female energies are traditionally are viewed as the, you know, creators, the emotional, the things of, you know, more of that sort. But the thinking man is somebody who is going to be coming into your life with a masculine energy. So it's going to be very strong, very determined, and they're going to be bringing about like lessons. So please, you know, pay attention to, you know, the masculine energies. And, you know, as I've said before, trust your gut when it comes to that type of thing, because I have been talking about like the narcissistic tendency of love bombing. Trust your gut when it comes to these things. Sometimes when it feels like something is too good to be true, it really isn't. It really is good, because you do deserve that good, you know? However, there are some times when it might be too good to be true. So please always trust your gut and understand that failure is never actually a failure. It's an opportunity for growth and learning. So, I mean, you know, even if this energy that comes into your life, you know, turns out to be too good to be true, it is a lesson that needs to needs to come across. It will provide a lesson that needs to be learned. The garden and the gate. So you're feeling stuck in a sense. You see this beautiful world out there, and you see that beautiful sky and that beautiful openness of the field that's just beyond the gate. However, you're feeling stuck. And a lot of that is, the point of, as I was mentioning before, like the universe responding to, or not responding to, the lack mentality. It's one of those that if you feel stuck, you're going to be stuck. But there is a way to break free from that that place that you're stuck in, and that's by kind of understanding what you've got. Focus on the beauty that is within the gate, that is, immediately within you and surrounding you. And then, show your gratefulness. Show your gratefulness to yourself for it, because you're the one that worked this hard to get the wonderful things that you've got in your life. It took a lot. It really did. So make sure that you show yourself the gratitude from yourself to yourself, and make sure that you understand that you came a long way to get to where you are. And yes, you have dreams and goals. Go for them. But also take the time to show yourself the gratitude for everything that you've already got. So, caring connections reversed. Now, this is coming in at a place of recent past. So, I'm being shown that you've done a lot to stand up and protect your peace. And, just as I was just saying that you've got a lot, in your life to be grateful for, understand that there are some things that you've let go of that you need to show yourself gratitude for as well. You have basically set aside things that are no longer serving you. And that took a hell of a lot of strength. That took a lot of self-awareness. And that took a lot of self-love as well. Because that really had to hurt. Sometimes there are people that we really just want to hold on to with all of our hearts, because we see the potential in them. We see what could be the future that we could have with them, whether it be a romantic connection or a friendship connection, or a career connection. We see the potential there and what the future could hold for us. But sometimes, especially if that person doesn't see it within themselves, it can actually create a toxic environment for us instead of an environment of growth. So, make sure to show yourself, the gentleness and the gratitude to yourself for letting go of the things that are not serving you anymore. Now, potential outcome is rest and rejuvenation inverted. You know what? I'm going to consult the book on this one because I'm not that familiar with it inverted. I haven't had it a lot of times inverted. When the rest card is reversed, it can portend a time of bustling activity and seemingly unending business. You may be required to take more action concerning a project or situation. Allow yourself to do what's needed, but always remember to schedule some leisure time for yourself. When you hurry through life without a break, it fragments your energy and creates an abrasive life force, causing potential frustration in all sorts of ways. Be careful not to let endless tasks take you away from yourself. The have to items on your list may be calling to you, but this card reversed is telling you take this time to meditate, rest, and relax. It's another point of standing up and protecting your peace. Is one, making sure you get that peace. Making sure that you take some time for yourself. And, that's just it. There's something, sometimes when it just seems like you're just going, and everybody keeps asking more and more of you. And, unfortunately, you cannot pour from an empty cup. That's one of the things that one of my best friends is constantly reminding me, is that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Take the time. Stop. Show yourself some gratitude, some self-love. And you know what? Take the time to have those conversations with yourself. Just talking with yourself and acknowledging your own presence and your own feelings, even if it's just something, I know it sounds silly, but even if it's just something like, how was your day today? How are you feeling about the things that transpired today? Make sure that you show yourself the acknowledgement that you went through a super busy time. Even if it's, after just a single thing, say, show yourself the gratitude for it. Be like, whew, that was like pretty intense, but it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this and this and this, and make sure to help yourself live in those moments. And, just make sure that you're taking time to care for yourself and love yourself, and taking time to meditate and rest and rejuvenate and refill your cup. Okay? So, if this reading resonates with you, please let me know which part, and let me know if there's anything that you'd like to hear more about. Okay? In the meantime, take the time, show yourself some self-love. You deserve it. Thank you.